Hey guys. Hey guys. We are now live. Let me check how this goes. Hey guys. Hey guys. We are now live. Okay, so we are live streaming right now this market price action. My first day I bought a challenge. Since I bought a challenge, it's a new one. The previous one, as you guys remember probably from my previous videos, I've blown. That's the second one I bought. Let me get to the buys because it's 35 minutes already. And yeah, market being open for 5 minutes now. Regardless, let me check out the bias for today. So we are having that. We are bullish on the 4 hour. Okay, we are on all-time highs. Recently we were there, and on Nasdaq same. So we are bullish on both indexes. On the 4 hour, on the 1 hour though, we are still respecting bullish order flow, but we'll probably disrespect it quite soon if we close this candle below those lows, or of course below those lows. Yeah, but for now we're still bullish on that. I can't deny that. Yeah, we're having liquidity here. No bullish SMTs, right? No bearish SMTs though. So okay, now we are kind of looking like we are about to take out those liquidity to the downside first and then go up. Again, we shall see. On the 15-minute though, we are already obviously in a bearish structure, and we already took out those London session lows. On ES and Anki we didn't just yet. Okay, let me see the application of that shit. Okay, I see that. Okay, let me go on the 5-minute now. Okay, we are pushing to the downside significantly. If you just take out those London session lows, as we did on ES, and we'll continue pushing lower till those Asian session lows, which are marked out as a red line, that will be good. But for now, it's just kind of looking like we'll be going lower. But if we grab those lows too early since the market open, maybe I'll switch bias to a bullish one and consider longs, although for now it's not looking like it's gonna happen, because even if we grab those Asia lows, we still have those lows beneath, and yeah, I'd rather be bearish. But again, I have to be cautious because we are almost on all-time high. So yeah, we could technically just go low. Also, we didn't take out the gap here. Oh, okay, on ES though we did. So okay, I don't know how to treat that. Let me just look at the market. Let me just look at the market. Look. Let me open chat just in case. Okay, so okay, it's 10 minutes since the market open, almostly, and market is doing kind of nothing. We were just ripping to the downside since the market opened, and even before, since the pre-market started, and we're still with only two bullish candles on even 5 minute time frame throughout the last hour. So we are bearish as hell right now. Considering longs on that will be really a difficult task for me, to be honest. Yeah. Thought my camera is fucked again. So now it's looking a little bit better. Let me see what we have. By the way, what about the news? Sorry guys for being a little bit like nerdy right now, because I'm really like I just woke up. According to my time it's like 3:40 p.m. but I took a nap because I haven't slept too well. Haven't slept enough at night, so I took a nap and just woke up before the market opened. Hopefully I set up an alarm before I went to sleep, so I didn't skip it, didn't miss the market, because yesterday I just completely forgot about the market open. This the first time in a year, because I'm doing trading for like a year, and like it was the first time I ever forgot about the market. Okay, ES and Nasdaq both took out those London session lows, and ES also grabbed those lows, and Nasdaq is about to take Asia session lows. Yeah, and it just did, so we took them out. Okay, but to be honest, I'm not really seeing the world where it will just retrace to the upside, like that, like a V-shaped retracement. Not really looking like that, because we still have this gap, which, well, it was hit by ES, but it wasn't by NQ at all. So yeah, we have those relatively equal lows throughout the whole path to this gap. Yeah, at the same time, technically on the 4 hour and 1 hour, until this 9 a.m. candle closes, we are still bullish, so I could consider that. But if we close beneath that, I'll be bearish. Either I'm not taking a trade at all, or I'll take shorts. I don't see a world when I'm actually taking longs on the price action. It's genuinely looking cringy. Yeah, so here is Asia lows. Got some sort of a bullish SMT right now at the moment. Actually could be a good sign for me, because this bullish SMT could lead us to some sort of retracement to the upside at first. For example, we'll make just a kind of deep retracement to the upside, for example on MQ and actually ES. And yeah, since ES hasn't just grabbed those Asia lows, I'd rather take shorts on ES than on Nasdaq, regardless of Nasdaq being a leading index to the downside. But I'm not sure, guys, because we shall see. Because if Nasdaq actually approaches those lows, actually being close to them, maybe I'll consider shorting on Nasdaq, and it's looking like it's probably gonna happen. But will I actually bet on it right now? I wouldn't say so. I'd rather just wait. To be honest, market is looking pretty volatile, because not even volatile, or just ripping to the downside like since pre-market. So like an hour, last hour we have made only two. For the last hour we literally have made two bullish candlesticks for the hour, even on the 5 minute, bros. Not really looking like any sort of retracement, to be honest. And yeah, we'll definitely just grab the Asia lows on ES as well. So yeah, for now the only thing I could actually aim for is shorts on NQ till those lows. I marked out them with a blue line, or actually on ES or Nasdaq, regardless. So wherever index will be performing more bearish, I'll just take shorts on one of them. I know, guys, if you can see my FTMO app, let me see. You can't, so you're just seeing a black screen. Okay, but regardless, wait, can you even see my browser at least? Yeah, you can. So you can see my browser. Well, when I'm gonna take a trade, I'm just gonna post like this thing on trading view, so you could see which trade did I actually took. Did I actually take on like this FTMO application and stuff. I know there is a way to somehow transfer, like, to connect your trading view to your FTMO account or any other propfirm account, as I know, but I don't know how to do it actually, and I didn't actually find a guide on YouTube to how exactly do so. So if you could like help me with that, yeah, you could. Yeah, I would appreciate that. But for now, yeah, we have. So I'll just uh, put this thing on a screen and just show it how it happened to be. And yeah, we're kind of making a retracement, but since we already have taken those Asia session lows and London session lows, I'm not really sure it'll be a good idea to enter off of the nearest retracement to the upside, since we could just we could just retrace, make a V-shaped retracement due to like that gap, bros. Like, it's literally too huge to be forgot, in my opinion. But again, we still have that gap on Anki, so there's nothing impossible in that. Let me go on a 5 minute and try to look for that shit on the FT mode, so I could not predict, but to mark out that shit at first. Okay, so what's here? Okay, so that's here. Same is on ES as if I'm right, obviously. Let me see how ES. I just found this on my application. If you are confused, so on ES it is the same law, right? No, it's different. Okay, so let's look for it on ES. So, okay, zoom out. Okay, so was also kinda easy. Okay, let's get in 1 minute. Zoom in. I know you guys can see, but don't pay attention. I just literally just found those blue walls on my FTMO application on both pairs. That's literally what I've just done. So it will be simply easier for me to understand like my risk reward and set my TP quicker, what about my god? We're again pushing to the downside. On here though, we are starting to make a potential bullish candle, at least on a 5 minute, but it still hasn't been closed, so it could end up going bearish again. Yeah, but it's kind of looking, if I take any trades today, I would rather take it on Nasdaq, because it's a index which is printing out more bearish than ES does at the moment. But again, we'll have to look at that, because we could pretty well just do whatever it takes. Okay, I see that, but здорово. Okay, we're finally starting to doing something. Okay. Пу-пу-пу. Блять. Going great, bro. Hey, man. How can I make this chat shit appear on the screen? Because I only can see trading view. For now, I'm waiting for that shit, for that 5-minute candlestick to close in this equilibrium range or in this fair value gap on Nasdaq. After that, I'll be looking for a retracement to the downside on the 1 minute and targeting those lows. Bro, it's taking so long for the market to move. But I like how this retracement is being formed, so maybe I will be considering some shorts on that. Maybe not. We'll see. But it's looking, I don't like that gap far down there, but yeah, we still have got a minute before this 5 minutes shit closes. If it closes bearish or with a huge VIX, I will just wait for a better retracement because I'm not really looking for forcing a trade on that shit, because market been printing out too bearish for the last hour, and yeah, it will be dangerous to just blindly put shorts on that. Okay, we didn't hit that fair value gap, so yeah, it's making a huge VIX, so I'd rather wait for another retracement for a better one, because if it just retraces now back to the downside, it'll be I don't know, will be not too good in my opinion. Did we hit up equilibrium at least? Bro, fuck, is it a bullish candle or bearish one? What the hell? Bro, how big should I make it? Ah, wherever. Yeah, I blown the previous account. Be a new Upstein guy. What criteria do you use to predict where the chart is headed? I'll just explain it next time I make a video about my strategy. It's simply simple retracement on a 5 minutes and retracement back on a 1 minute, and that's it. Nothing complicated. Bro, but it's taking forever. I'd rather... I'll probably not take a trade today because it doesn't look good for me. What about the news? We don't have any news, so market is just doing shit because nothing happens to the Trump. There is even no information on Twitter either, so that's probably why we are doing nothing on the markets today. Regardless, I'll watch until like 10:30, and if nothing happens till that time, then I'll just call it a day. That is what it is. I have tomorrow and I have the day after tomorrow. What day of the week is today? Oh, like Wednesday, okay. We have 2 more days this week, and next week is June, right? Yeah, next week is June. Free time, bro. Trading, training, university, job, just regular stuff. Nothing much. I like calisthenics. I recently started doing something, but can't perform anything too significant in that sphere right now. Just regular muscle ups and stuff. What about else? I'm working at McDonald's, so not really enjoyable job, to be honest, but it is what it is. The job is a job. And yeah, obviously trading, but recently when I started trading a year ago, I've been doing it like every day, 10 hours a day. Now I'm not. Now I'm just like, I know all of the basics, all of the advanced stuff about trading, so all I have to do is just stick to the strategy and risk management and just see how this goes. It may take a while until I pass my first deal, but it's not impossible by any chance, so it's just a matter of time. Yeah, but the market is actually so slow today when it goes for going to the upside. Yeah. We're just pushing down for the last hour, even more, like hour and a half. You're barely printing out any bullish candlesticks. Okay, so now we broke the structure to the upside on ES. We haven't on NQ though. Okay, we're making a bearish SMT from here to here now. Would like to just blindly short off of that 1 minute bearish SMT because it's kinda stupid, right? So I'd rather wait until the proper break of structure to the downside. But even if we do, I'm not sure if I actually want to take this trade because we haven't performed any good retracements just yet on the MQ, which is a preferable index to trade shorts on. We just broke this fair value gap. Yeah, we just barely hit that one. Haven't hit equilibrium, and I don't know, guys. Yeah, we also switched our order flow to the bullish one on ES. On the 15-minute, though, we are. Wait. Okay, so there is no gap in here. So the nearest gap on the 15-minute is here. I don't know, how can I put my YouTube chat in here? Haven't spent on trading. Not much. I only bought one challenge like 3 months ago. I've spent like 2 months on it, blown it in one day. It's all also on my video and on one of my videos on YouTube channel, so you could check this out. I've blown it simply because of like I revenge traded a few times and completely blown it because I was 1 or 2 trades away of passing evil, and I was like, fuck it, I'll just full port that shit, and I blown it. It was a stupid thing, but that's why I'm not trying to force anything at the moment, because I just bought the second challenge, like $10,000 challenge, so it's not like it's $100. So I haven't made anything just yet, and only spent like $100. So basically, kind of break even. There is not too much expenses like anything. Like I'm not blindly buying 10 challenges like a lot of people do. I'd stick to one challenge, try to pass this with all I've got, stick to the strategy. But the main goal is to like learn how to trade. I mean, consistently, because passing evil isn't that complicated. I could just, to be honest, I could just blindly pass it by 1 or 2 trades wherever. It's not that complicated, but it doesn't make sense, because if I pass, even if I pass 2 steps of this challenge, because it's 2-step funded, and I'll get funded, I won't get a payout, simply because this shit isn't about luck. It's about math and risk management. So it wouldn't make sense for me to just blindly trying to pass challenge, and yeah, it wouldn't make sense for me. So I'm just trying to learn that skill and break this mentality cage where you are stuck on those evaluation phases. As soon as I do, the shit will go up significantly quite fast, I assume. Because again, trading isn't that complicated, to be honest. Learning technical analysis won't take a while, but the point is like your psychology, how you treat losses, how you treat wins, how you treat volatile market price action, and how you treat your risk management. Are you actually sticking to it, or are you like doing complete shit like I did with the last challenge? So it completely depends on you how you treat that. So for now, yeah, I'm just kind of trying to stick to the rules I have, and that's it. My strategy again is not overcomplicated at all. I'm just looking for the nearest liquidity to be taken out, looking for some higher time frames, of course. Then I'm looking for lower time frames order flow. Then I'm looking for some sort of retracement to the opposite side, and then retracement back on the 1 minute. And because on the 1 minute I'm looking for actual entries. For example, here we already took out significant liquidity to the downside on both pairs, and I could consider longs on that, but since we have those lows still, I would probably just look for a retracement to the upside at first, and then retracement back down on the, like if we hit, for example, this 5 minute for value gap on over 5 minutes, and then on the 1 minute we retrace back, break the structure. For example, the thing will just close beneath those lows. I would, for example, press shorts like here. So my stop loss will be here, and my take profit will be like here. It's kind of random example, not really hoping for that at the moment, but for now I'm just kind of observing the market price action and not forcing anything, but probably that how it could turn out in the very end. But since we are actually doing bearish as hell, I'm not bullish as hell, and probably will not just make a retracement. Probably we're not even gonna take a trade today again, I'm saying. Bro, I just said, what's my net worth? О, так вышел, здорово. Что там, как дела? Okay, so we just hit this equilibrium on a 5 minute. Also hit this for value gap. Also hit my AC cleaner. Okay. So yeah, so I'd rather just look for the 1 minute break of structure to the downside and maybe enter on that. But yeah, I'm not sure. Okay, MQ is looking better here. New order. Okay, 4 is too much. 3, maybe 2 lots on that. Yeah, we could make like $300 on that if I enter right now, but I know not looking too good to enter actually. My setup hit, but let me see, the stop loss will be here. I'll show the points I'm targeting quite soon, but yeah, not looking bad actually. But maybe ES is kind of leading index to the downside. We shall see. Nah, I'll just enter on Nasdaq, I think. I'm entering on that. Okay, so where did I enter? I entered like here. Stop loss is here. Take profit is here. 1.3 risk reward ratio, not too bad, not too good. So I'm risking on that like how much? Let me check. Like $180. And cool, with the possibility to win $253. Well, I know that she could stop me out actually, because on the 5 minute we are looking good, but on the 15 minute we are just starting to retrace, and technically it could be just a V-shaped retracement to the upside until all-time highs. I don't know. Could be. Not really thinking that it is actually gonna happen, but that could potentially happen, so I can't completely neglect the fact of it. Ты не захотел в Fortnite залетать, надо исправить. Ну, когда-нибудь залечу, может быть, еще. Что там, в Fortnite вроде только Roblox, какие-то Roblox карты повторяют уже, там вроде только творческий режим существует, насколько я Знаю. Okay, so we aren't looking bad on that, but we could make a retracement because, again, here is technically an equilibrium to the downside. We just hit it. At the same time, we just hit this 5-minute fair value gap on NQ. Yeah, so I'm kind of satisfied with the trade I took, but I understand that that could turn out stopping me out. That could happen, so I'm completely fine with it. As long as risk reward is fine, doesn't matter. By the way, I've literally seen a guy recently that traded like he was flipping a coin, and if he got hats, he was pressing longs, and his opposite hits, he just pressed shorts, and he still ended up profitable. So it completely depends on your risk reward, to be honest. Yeah, again, like looking like it'll probably stop me out, but again, yeah, we also made a bullish SMT in here. Hit this equilibrium on ES. Не, знаешь, оно там есть арена ИКБ, но оно типа хуйня полная, по-моему. When you need a challenge to start trading, where do profit actually come from in trading? No, I have started trading on demo. I've been trading for a year now, and it's only my second challenge, bro. So you don't need the propfirm challenge to buy any to like trade. Where do profits actually come from in trading? Well, from real accounts, of course. I mean, live accounts, but to get to that point, you first have to trade prop firm challenges, because I don't think you've got the odd 5,000 or like $10,000 on your bank account, so you could trade with that capital. And the first you have to trade on them until you actually master your strategy. As soon as you do, and risk reward, as soon as you do, you could switch to prop firms, as I did, and try to pass those. Well, after you successfully pass, like getting like 3 payouts or something like that, approximately. It's all kind of random numbers. I'm just making it up on the way. So if you are getting like a few payouts, you can buy more challenges and then grow your capital and invest it in a live market, and then a live account, and then just trade only live account. That's how it works actually in trading. That's like a roadmap or something, if you could say. Yeah, it's looking like a retracement is upside. It will probably just end up going higher and stopping me out, but again, I wouldn't be stressed about that at all, because I see it was coming, and still didn't want to lose an opportunity of winning more. So completely fine. If I lost this trade, again, I'm risking less than I could win, so that's completely fine. Okay, we broke the structure to the 1 minute to the upside on ES. On Nasdaq, we're still kind of staying bearish, which isn't a bad sign. It's actually good for me, but to be honest, I'm not really seeing the world where it will just end up going lower in my like as I want it. So I'll probably consider just, I don't know. No, I won't just. I think I don't want to just close a trade before it got hit either of my directions. If it hit my stop loss, well, that's why I have this stop loss. So if I hit stop loss, it means it's fine. Okay, starting some sort of retracement to the downside on ES. Maybe I'll just end up going like making this 1 minute equilibrium happening and then retrace back up. Maybe it'll just go up now, which is also possible. Yeah, it's looking like that. Also, why I'm still into this is because we could just hit those highs in here, make a bearish SMT with NQ, and then flip a bearish. Not really thinking that it's like a plot thing, but that could happen still. So, yeah. What about 15 minute? How is it looking like? Okay, okay. Yeah, it's not looking good. And it's probably, how did I just predict that it's probably just gonna V-shape to the upside till all-time highs. Well, it can happen, but I don't know, Nasdaq is just bearish, looking bearish, and we still have those draws on liquidity to the downside, so if we just get stopped out, I don't care. Okay, we just hit those highs. Theoretically, we could like retrace right now, but again, I'm not really thinking that that's like very possible or something, but there is always an opportunity. So, but the move, holy crap, what happened? Fuck. Okay. So ES, yeah, ES is definitely want to push higher. Probably on the 15 minute time frame, we'll probably want to target that for value gap, then retrace down, or I don't know. There could be multiple things could happen in here. We could either, again, as I said, target it for value gap on ES and kind of retrace, or we could just smash that shit to the upside until those London session highs or even higher, because it's simultaneously those London session highs are all-time highs again. So that could be a huge magnet for both pairs. So again, I'm completely aware of the fact that it could stop me out any moment. Boom. Okay. No, we're just ripping to the downside. Okay. Kinda unexpected, because I was already being prepared for this shit to stop me out. Actually, it still can, and pretty much it's possible. So again, I wouldn't be so sure it will just go into my direction at the moment. So yeah, it could be just a fucking retracement again. So I don't still feel happy for that, but this candlestick was something new because market was barely moving at all, and now it just ripping to my take profit. Wow. Well, not looking bad, but yeah, we broke the structure on the 1 minute on ES. There's a downside. And Q is pushing, but the thing which I'm not really liking is that we could just go a little bit lower. For example, on Anki, we could grab those lows in here, and wait, what are those lows? 10, 11, okay, 10, 11. So we could not grab those lows on ES and grab those on Anki, make a bullish SMT, and it will cause the market to just blow to the upside and stop me out eventually. Again, if it happens, I admit it, because the only thing which matters in here is just calculating your risks. That's the only thing matters. uh, yeah, I think so. On 5 minutes on Anki, we're looking actually good, according to the trade I took, but on ES, again, it's pretty much just looking like a retracement to the downside, to this 5 minute equilibrium. So we could pretty much just retrace off of that SMT to the upside. And again, I wouldn't be really willing for this to happen, but again, I can't absolutely forget about that opportunity. So I'm saying all that I see, and yeah, that's how the trading just works. You're just simply uh, doing mathematical analysis, not mathematical, like just analytics actually, but it's connected to a simple math of risk and reward ratio. That's the only thing matters. If you're respecting your rules, respecting everything while taking a trade, if you just take one trade a day, max of 2 trades a day, then like nothing could make you afraid, doesn't it? Yeah, we're pushing this downside now on like ES, which is a good sign, but yeah, we just made that retracement, haven't taken out those lows on ES, so we could pretty much just retrace and go, yeah. And go. Does it upside and stop me out. Again, if it happens, I'm fine with it, because for now I'm in drawdown of like $50 in profit. I could like blindly press close out the position and avoid the loss, but again, I'm placing stop loss for a reason, and this reason is not just for it to exist. It actually makes a function of stopping my trade of losing more money. So if my strategy being invalidated, then it is being invalidated. I'm not finishing any trades before. And again, it still has an opportunity. If it was like 100% sure, like chance that my trade will be stopped out, then of course I would. But it doesn't make sense, because there is like 50-50 chance that it will just keep going lower. And yeah, I like how he is looking at the moment, because it starts to go lower than the equilibrium, which is a good sign, because if it breaks the structure here on the 5 minute on ES, yeah, that'll be looking great for me, because it will mean that we broke the structure to the downside. It will mean that we switched an order flow uh, to the bearish one. We didn't, unfortunately, so 5 minute candlestick closed above that, but at least we took those lows, which means if we don't we no longer have the like maintains it as a bullish SMT I was talking about at the first place. Yeah. again, like for now I'm in drawdown of like $100 in profit. uh, still still everything it's still quite literally possible that my shit is gonna stop me out. Absolutely possible, guys, but I'm not gonna leave the trade unless it hits my TP or take TP or stop loss. Yeah, it's already low though, so there is pretty much nothing more to target. Unless probably those lows on ES, but I'm not really looking for such a strong moves in here because could stop me out easily. Yeah, and it's kind of looking like I'll just probably either just grab TP right now, or we could make some sort of retracement firstly to the upside before like I could get anything in here, but before I could smash my TP. But again, something could change. I'm considering right now probably switching my like stop loss lower to reduce risks, because if we push above that point, there'll be pretty much no way that we'll just retrace back to the downside. So yeah, I'd rather switch my TP here. The hell. Okay, so for now I'm risking only like $110, which isn't bad. So now my RR is 2.37, which is great. I will just say, guys, that I'll just stretch in my TP to show you guys how it was initially looking like. But again, setup hit, draws on liquidities down to were obvious. Was there a chance that I'll be stop out? Obviously it was. Did it make me like exit my trade here when it was close to my stop loss? No, it didn't, because I have my stop loss and my risk are calculated, so I'm not afraid to lose the trade. So this is basically what I'm trying to say, that if you just doing random emotional trades, of course you'll be afraid to lose. If you are just making it according to a strategy, even if you lose, the main thing is you're accepting this possible risk, and there is no point to being afraid of that. So I don't care. That's what I'm trying to say in here. So that's why you shouldn't be afraid either, because it doesn't make sense. Trading doesn't work off of your emotions. It's not even working off of like financial analysis. Usually it just makes random things. Yeah, you can base like place trades off of your strategy, which is working for someone. It will mean that it could work for you as well. But the main thing is your psychology and how you treat that in general, because that's really important thing, I'd say. Yeah, we're starting to retrace now to the upside. Isn't that good? But unless, like for now, there is actually no way that we'll just leave those lows. So I'm not really doubting for that. Even if we like make a retracement to the outside, to the upside, I'm not really afraid of anything. Even though there's bullish SMT, holy crap, we're pushing to the upside. It's not looking good for me, to be honest. But again, we're too close, so not really afraid of anything. The only thing I could just like take profits in here, so you could barely make any difference in a matter of money I could make. But yeah, I'll be safe. I would feel safer. But again, I'll just let this shit run. So let's see how this goes. Let me document this trade before. Again, guys, now I'm like down a lot in a total summary of the trades I took throughout the whole time I trade. But it is what it is. That's how it is. But I will obviously try to make this shit look positive again. So fair value gap and breaker structure. I'm not really sure that was a SMT, but yeah, there was an SMT. Okay, so I enter off of. Yeah, I'll enter off of No, I entered not off of SMT. Okay, so there was no SMT. I'll get rid of that point in here. Yeah, so I risk like not too much, to be honest. How much do I risk in here? 110, so like let's assume like 1.5 risk percentage. And now I'll just wait how the thing goes, and after it we'll see. Actually, I don't like how the thing is performing at the moment because it's really been bullish a lot. And yeah, that's definitely now how I like this how I like to see that. But again, guys, it could go any direction. Now, theoretically, it could even stop me out right now. Sometimes something like that happens, but yeah, actually, that's why here I could take profits because like it was still close to my start, like to my take profit. Then if it fully take my TP or I just close that here, it wouldn't make any difference. But I would just make a solid profit regardless. So yeah, here it was making sense probably to take profits, but okay, I already didn't do that, so making it on halfway doesn't make sense. I'll just wait how this shit goes, and yeah, I definitely don't like how that goes. It's actually, if it just reverses and stopping me out, that will be actually disappointing, to be honest. But yeah, even on a 5 minute, bros, even on a 5 minute, we are about to like make this retracement, but yeah, that's not looking good. I'm actually looking for that retracement back. Yeah, and looking better, but again, unless I actually take out my TP, I'm not satisfied at all, because in trading, even 1 second could be complete mass, which could change your entire trade and flip it completely. So if I only saw the one move to the downside, I wouldn't be fucking celebrating it. Oh, holy crap, wow. Okay. On the, yeah, okay, that's a good thing. That's a good sign. Yeah, that's a good sign. I'm probably considering like nah, I was thinking about stretching in my take profit and make it need like let the shit run until it just does. I would find some points, but don't think it really makes sense, to be honest, right now, because my take profit is my take profit, and I'm enough with that. So I took profits. Trade hit. We've made $250. I'll show it on OBS as well, just for you to see if it's even possible, actually. Okay, so somehow it's not. Okay, I will. How can I show it then? I can show it here. Yeah, so the website. Yeah, so $10,250. So I've made $250 today. Not too much, obviously, but I'm not in a hurry, guys. I have like all time in the world. No, I'm not in a hurry of that shit. Of course, I would want to pass my evil limit that day, but I first think it's impossible because they have this minimum for time, 4 day trading, 4 trading days time minimum, and obviously a consistency rule and stuff. So unless I'm not in a hurry, guys. I'm not in a hurry by any chance. So I just documented that was a win. Like how much exactly did I make? 250 and 10 cents. So now I'm down a bit less, but again, that's completely fine. Did I follow the strategy? Yes, I did. Mistakes. To be honest, I wouldn't say there was any mistakes made. So that was just a fine trade. I'd say there was no mistakes, to be honest. Okay, that was a late entry because I was a little bit scary to enter because the market wasn't really that confident, so I could have entered like here. It wouldn't be affecting it too much, but if I enter directly off of that place, it will be a little bit better. So it will be like 1.8 risk reward ratio, which is better. So okay, then I change the risks, change my stop loss to here. So regardless, the risk reward was good, and even initial risk reward was 1.3, which is fine. But I'll just say you guys that the trade was good. There was no mistakes in my personal opinion. Besides that late entry, no emotional influence, but entered a bit later. I'll clarify that it was entered 1 minute later than should have, and RR was a bit less appealing. How to improve next time? Again, just enter as soon as your sad up hits. But regardless, trade was actually fine. I'll add screenshots on that thing later a bit. As you can see, guys, that's good. I didn't strengthen my take profit and took all of the profits, because now we're retracing to the upside, which was kind of predictable. As soon as those lows we took out were the last lows we could take out, in my opinion. Yeah, we could go lower, and we actually even still has an opportunity to, but if it even will happen, it will happen much later. Because firstly, the market will probably do some retracement to the upside on hourly, which is like a lot of time, and then retrace back. So yeah, before market will actually reach those lows, it will stop me out like 10 times. So it doesn't make sense to wait for that. Especially considering that after I took partial profits here, I would break even on that. So it will definitely stop me out eventually. I'm sure about that, but it is what it is. I just made $250 on a day. Isn't good. It is good, not bad. So yeah, I'd rather say that it's good. Yeah, so good starting of the challenge, guys. We'll see you on the next stream tomorrow, and tomorrow we have some news, but most of them will like play out before the market opens. So the only new home sales remain, and I wouldn't be really concerned about them too much. But the market could be volatile tomorrow. Could be, could not, but it could be wherever actually. So thank you guys for watching the stream if you were there, and see you guys tomorrow. Let me see how I could even finish that stream. Okay.